So hello everybody. Um, these few videos that I'm going to do are really not about teaching astrology. Those of you who know me, have been working with me, know that what we are trying to do is try to connect with the energies of certain signs that are out there. So this is not about teaching what such a sign is going to create for us in our concrete life, in our work, and so on. Rather, it's very much about trying to get what energetically this energy is about. So usually these teachings are part of a wider session where we are going to meditate. So this is just a short summary, if you will, about this particular energy that we are doing. I'm going to start in Capricorn because it is the start of the universal year. However, we need to remember that in astrology we talk a lot about cycles. We don't function so much in linear terms. So even though I'm entering this cycle in Capricorn, we have to remember that Capricorn comes after Sagittarius, that comes after Scorpio, and so on. So today the focus is going to be on Capricorn, but keeping in mind that it doesn't come out of nowhere. So it is the results of what we've been developing in the last few months, as well as preparing the next sign and the next cycle. So it's always to be taken into a broader context. So if you may remember, those who've been working with me before, we'll just walk a couple of steps back before, and if you remember, in Scorpio it's time of then we're being tested, basically. Do we want to move to the next level? And if we want to, always from an energetic, spiritual and consciousness perspective, if we want to try and go a bit further, then we need to go through a test. Just like at the end of the year at school, we are going to be tested to see if we are ready to move to the next level. So Scorpio is never a very easy sign, but it is one that really enables us to follow in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius really is the idea of to reorient our focus. So it's not so much about doing, acting, having concrete projects and so on, but really after that time of trial in Scorpio is try, without having a clear idea right away, try to reorient our focus upwards, to have some inspiration, so at least to listen to the silence, to what may want to come. So there is already this idea of going up in Sagittarius. And now we are entering Capricorn, which is also very much related to the idea of being high, being higher. And I mean that spiritually for the most part. So I just have an image that I would like to share with you. Voilà, and it's a goat. If you know a bit about astrology already, you probably know that goat is a symbol of Capricorn. I wanted to show this image in particular for several reasons. One, obviously, we can see the goat, but you have many elements actually in this photo that I would like to focus on today's session. First of all, the goat is an animal that can climb very high among many animals on Earth. It's one that is extremely perseverant, that can reach the highest top, even though there may be difficulties along the way. So it's always the idea of climbing, going as high as we can. You see the two horns here that are very much a symbol also in esoteric terms of connection with the heavens, so the being in a higher state of consciousness. Yet at the same time, what's interesting about the goat is that, it's about going high, being on the highest spiritual summit, connecting with the heavens and so on. But it's still very much connected with the earth. It's solid, and Capricorn is an earth sign. So very much the invitation in Capricorn is to reach our highest spiritual point in our life, in especially this part of the year. We cannot go higher than we can, but sometimes we can push ourselves a bit. And I'm just talking energetically, spiritually here. So you have this idea of going very high, at the same time, though, not being removed from the mundane, from the daily reality. We are here on earth, we are in a physical body. So it's not about absolutely disconnecting with the physical reality. So that's very much the invitation in Capricorn. What is also interesting on this photo, apart from the goat itself, is what you see here, those clouds. So the location of the goat above the clouds is very interesting from a symbolic perspective. Why? Because in esoteric terms, the clouds represent, so you have, with the earth, you have the physical element here, but the clouds themselves are more directly associated with the world of emotions, what we feel, what we like, what we don't like, the world of desires, as well as some aspects of our mind, the concrete mind. So everything that is related to our belief, and that tends to merge really with the emotion. And you have a big cloud, which may be darker, which may be lighter, but of the stuff, that combine together from an emotional and mental perspective. And this forms a cloud that very often makes it very difficult for us to go beyond that. We tend to get lost in that cloud of our worry, of our what's important to us, what are our plans, what do we have to do or not to do, and so on. And then it becomes easy to get trapped in those clouds. So Capricorn is very much an invitation to climb above our clouds, so that when we're up there, we can see clouds for what they are. They are just clouds. They are not the reality that we sometimes get lost in. So this is really one of the main ideas that I wanted to bring in a Capricorn, and each week we are going to build on that.